It's football Sunday, and the Jaguars right now are just not ahead. But I've been so busy cooking uh, for the next 8 days. I work 8 days straight. And so I prepped some food. I made chilies and soups and egg salad and rice and all kinds of stuff. But I'm tired. I've been cooking all day. Anyway, so when I was young and we lived in Ohio, every year, like the end of September or mid-October, we would drive to Michigan and pick up vats of grapes, like red grapes, dark grapes, white grapes, like just fill up the car with these crates of grapes. And my father was into winemaking, so we'd bring him back to Ohio. And our routine was the whole family pitched in, and we would take the grapes off the vines and throw them in a baby pool. And yes, a baby pool. And then when they were all, off the vine, well, we had two baby pools, one for red and one for like Cabernet. And so when all the grapes were taken off of the vine, my father would make us stomp the grape, no kidding, stomp the grapes with our feet. Like the whole family would pitch in and we would be stomping and slipping and having a great time. And so we stomped all the grapes and then he would let it ferment, and he had this wine press that he carried around everywhere until he died. A big old thing, like a big barrel, and we would transfer the wine or the grapes into the wine press and fill it up, and then every couple days he would come out and turn it and squeeze out the juice into another baby pool. So this was like a family tradition that we made every year. We made wine, and the wine was absolutely delicious. Even though he bought white grapes, we never made white wine. For some reason, he didn't like it, but he mixed the grapes himself, and it was some really delicious wines. And every year we would, wash the bottles and cork them and whatever, and he would label them, and he would save 2 or 3 bottles from every year and put it in the back of our pantry. So I guess the older the wine, the better. But he had stuff back there from like 10 years, and he would open it on special occasions. So the reason that I bring this up is because if you see my videos, you see that I absolutely love wine. I have never been a drinker, but when I got sick, my doctor said, you should have a glass of red wine every night. If you don't want to do, the chemo just yet, red wine has resveratrol in it, which is an antioxidant, which is pretty much what some of the chemo medicine is made from. So anyway, I'm not a doctor, but so I started drinking wine, and it never tasted like my dad's wine, no matter what kind of wine I got. But I preferred the red, like Pinot Noir or Cabernet. Well, as of today, I'm going to stop drinking wine. My father has passed away, so I don't have any of his wines. But let me just tell you, I came across this video, and I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to put it in my playlist if you want to look it up. It's the, I don't know, it's called All the Foods Uncovered or whatever, and it talks about some of the wines, some of the most popular wines. And I was shocked because I knew how we made the wine. I am so appalled that they're selling this garbage, as wine. First of all, it has all kinds of additives and pesticides. Yeah, even though the grapes are washed, it still has pesticides and chemicals and sugars. They add sugars and they add coloring to make it darker, and there's arsenic in there. And they make wines from the cheapest grapes, and some of them have mold, and they don't care for, their consumers. All they care about is the money, and preservatives. So anyway, I cannot believe that I've been drinking this shit. I mean, it is pure shit that they sell. And some of the bottles are like $20 and it's still shit. And it makes you sicker, and it's not good for you. Like wine is supposed to be good for you. None of this shit is good for you. So I'm kind of upset because I love wine and I'm not drinking it until I actually find a wine that's not garbage. So there's a couple of wines that are supposed to be good. There's like 5 or 6 that are in the top 10 that don't have pesticides, don't have arsenic, they don't have additives, things like that. They're smaller farms that grow these grapes and make wines. I'm going to name some of them. I'm going to name them. And if you want to look at the video, you can look at it and they'll name them too. So Frey wine is one of the ones that they say is on the bottom of the top 10. But it's still better than some of this other crap that they sell you. And then there's the chili wines, which they take, real great precautions, to hand do the wines and stir them and watch over them and not put garbage in them, like fillers and stuff. There's Ridge Vineyards, which is supposed to be really good, Booney Dune, and then the top of the wines is called Spotwood. Now, I went to Publix and tried to find all these, and they're not available. The only one that I found, I think, was Benziger, which was $159 a bottle. I mean, I drink like a bottle a week. I can't afford that. So anyway, as of today, I am no longer drinking wine until I either make my own or I can afford to buy something or I can find some wines that are not garbage. So check out my playlist. I added it in there, and happy hunting.